So Chris Herndon commented and he asked, "What's up, JT? Just found your channel a couple of days ago. I've been missing out. Love your videos. What do you think of the Chargers quarterback situation? Do you believe in Tyrod or should Herbert start right away?" Now, I got two answers to this question. I think Tyrod Taylor should be the day one starter. If he does what he's supposed to do throughout the preseason, throughout training camp, he should without a doubt be a starter. I think he is an upgrade over Phillip Rivers compared to how Phillip Rivers played last season. I'm not talking about Phillip Rivers over his career. I'm just talking about based on how Phillip Rivers played last year. Now, here's the caveat. If Justin Herbert outperforms Tyrod Taylor in training camp or preseason, then I believe Justin Herbert should be the starter. So, my first answer is Tyrod Taylor should be the day one starter if he does everything he's supposed to. Or my second answer is if Justin Herbert outperforms Tyrod Taylor during training camp and during the preseason, he should be the week one starter. Now, Tyrod Taylor isn't a bad quarterback. Tyrod Taylor doesn't turn the football over. He also knows how to extend plays. He can also get you a couple of yards with his feet as well. And Tyrod Taylor has had some success in the NFL. He was a Pro Bowler back in 2015. He also took the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs, which he ended their long playoff drought, which at the moment was the longest playoff drought in the NFL at that time, right? But the thing with Tyrod Taylor is that he reminds me a lot of Alex Smith. He's like a black version of Alex Smith. He's not going to take a lot of shots down deep. He's going to take what the defense gives him, but he's not going to turn the football over. The most interceptions Tyrod Taylor has overthrown in a season was 6. So that just tells you that he takes care of the ball, but he doesn't take a lot of chances. Now, Justin Herbert, on the other hand, if Justin Herbert outperforms Tyrod Taylor, he should be the starter. Now, a lot of the teams, they draft these rookie quarterbacks, and although these rookie quarterbacks do great in the preseason and they outperform the veteran that's ahead of them on the depth chart, they don't start them week one. Let me give you a good example of this. The New York Giants last year. So Daniel Jones outperformed Eli Manning in training camp and in preseason, and yet they still started Eli Manning. Now I get not wanting to throw a rookie quarterback into the fire and things like that, but I feel if a rookie quarterback outperforms a vet in training camp or preseason, he's shown that he is the best option. So if Justin Herbert goes out there and he shines in training camp and preseason or whatsoever, I think he should be the week one starter. Now, on the other hand, if Tyrod Taylor does everything he's supposed to and Justin Herbert still shows that he's a work in progress, then yeah. But the thing is with Tyrod Taylor is that Tyrod Taylor doesn't take a lot of chances. He's not going to lose you games, but he might not win you a lot of games neither, right? Now, the reason why they drafted Herbert is because Herbert has age on his side, because Tyrod Taylor is a little bit up there in age, and also Justin Herbert is the guy who has one of the best arms coming out of this draft class. And he's a guy who's going to take chances. But he's raw. So, basically you got a guy and Tyrod Taylor, who is the veteran, who doesn't really take a lot of chances. And you got the risk taker, which is Justin Herbert, but still it's a work in progress. So, the answer to that question is, initially, how I feel it should go is Tyrod Taylor should be the day one starter if he does everything he's supposed to. And Justin Herbert still shows he's a work in progress. Or Justin Herbert outplays or outperforms Tyrod, he should be the starter. And if he does, I don't think the Chargers should hesitate when it comes to starting Justin Herbert week one. Because listen, a lot of people don't really want to start rookie quarterbacks, so they feel like they're not ready or they need some more work or they need some more development. But I mean, listen, if you got a vet that gets outperformed by a rookie, that shows you that that rookie is better than the veteran. So, I mean, we saw it last year at the New York Giants. I think another good example was a couple of years ago when Tyrod was the quarterback for Cleveland. I saw a couple of reports that said that Baker Mayfield was outperforming Tyrod Taylor. And yet they still opted to start Tyrod Tayller because they didn't want to throw Baker Mayfield into the fire. So I think NFL coaching staffs try to play things a little bit too safe when it comes to rookie quarterbacks. Like if a quarterback shows that he's ready, he's ready. I mean, rookie quarterbacks are going to have growing pains regardless. I get not wanting to rush them into the fire and things like that, because what if stuff hits the fan and they don't perform as well and things like that. But if a rookie quarterback outperforms your veteran, that shows you that he's better. He's a better quarterback, which means the best guy should start. right? And who do I feel gives the Chargers a better chance to win? I think Tyrod Taylor gives him a better chance to win because with Justin Herbert comes mistakes, it comes turnovers because he's a rookie. He still has to get adapted to the speed of the NFL game, still has to be able to read coverages and things like that. So initially, I think Tyrod Taylor, as of right now, gives them a better chance to win because with Tyrod, you don't get the turnovers. You don't get a guy who's going to throw games away like Phillip Rivers did last season, but you also get a guy who's not going to take a lot of chances deep, so you don't really get the big plays in the passing game. You basically get a game manager with mobility is what you get with Tyrod Taylor. But on the other hand, with Justin Herbert, it's the upside. With Justin Herbert, you have a chance to maybe you end up competing for the divisional title with Kansas City and Denver and the Las Vegas Raiders if you start Herbert, because I think Herbert has a higher ceiling than Tyrod Taylor because he has a better arm and you get the big plays, you get those wild moments out of Justin Herbert. But the downside of starting Justin Herbert is you get a lot of turnovers, you get a lot of mistakes. So potentially you could have basically what Phillip Rivers was doing last season. Justin Herbert could be doing the same. Because he's still young. He still has to get acclimated to the NFL game, right? So, I mean, Tyrod, neither of these quarterbacks, in my opinion, is a bad option. I think a lot of people are overblowing Justin Herbert. A lot of people kept saying that he's going to be the next NFL bust. He's going to end up being the next Mr. Trubisky. And I understand, but I mean, you look at the talent that he had on Oregon compared to the talent he's going to have with the LA Chargers. You got Austin Eckler at the halfback position. You got Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. You got Hunter Henry. You got a solid offensive line. And you got a good coaching staff. You also got new quarterbacks coach that the Chargers just brought in, and Pep Hamilton. Now, Pep Hamilton I think he's going to do really good with Justin Herbert because Pep Hamilton is a really smart football mind. So smart that it was a story that went around when he was talking to Cardell Jones and the quarterbacks of the DC Defenders that they had to tell him to kind of dumb down his terminology because the guys didn't really understand. Well, now you got two smart guys in Justin Herbert who had like a 4.1 GPA during his time at the University of Oregon. And you got a smart guy in Pep Hamilton. So both of those guys should be able to hit it off. And I think Pep Hamilton could be really, really pivotal to Justin Herbert's success in the NFL. Especially as a rookie, right? But I mean, I don't think neither one of these guys is a bad option because the talent is there. It's not like Justin Herbert is going to be taking over like a terrible team with a trash roster or anything like that. I think that Tyrod Taylor really shouldn't be neither one of these quarterbacks, in my opinion, really is going to be asked to do that much this year because they really don't have to. Really, you could hand the ball off to Austin Eckler or whoever you have at the halfback position, throw the ball when need be, and then rely on how good your defense is. So really, initially, when we look at the way that this Chargers team is built, I think it's better suited to start a guy like a Tyrod Taylor because basically the Chargers defense is going to be really good this year. So Tyrod Taylor doesn't really have to take that many chances and things like that, right? And you can also throw Herbert into the mix. So like I said, I don't think Herbert is going to be as bad as a lot of people predict. I mean, the Chargers have talent. I've never seen a rookie quarterback fold that had talent around him, that had a good coaching staff. Like, I never recall a rookie quarterback coming into a good situation like Justin Herbert's walking into and completely, crapping the bed. Like having a terrible rookie season and causing his team not to make the playoffs. I don't think that's the case. When you look at the receivers that he had at Oregon, I mean, they were okay, but I mean, they weren't the best. You're going to the Chargers and you're getting a top 15 roster. You're getting one of the best defenses to work with. So, I mean, if you're Justin Herbert, you can't afford to take some risks because your defense could help you and bail you out from time to time and getting a couple of stops and getting the ball right back to you. But if you're also Herbert, you got to get acclimated to the speed of the game and things like that. So, that's how I believe the quarterback situation should end up turning out. I think Tyrod Taylor should be the starter if everything goes to plan. But if Justin Herbert does outplay him in a preseason and training camp, I think the LA Chargers should start Justin Herbert if he does end up outplaying Tyrod Taylor. So, good question by my guy Chris Herndon. Let me know what you guys think. Who should be the starting quarterback for the LA Chargers this season? Make sure that if you're new to the channel that you like the video and subscribe. And also make sure that you check out my social media pages. Subscribe to my podcast. Leave a 5-star review. The link to those will be down in the description down below. And thanks for watching.